Welcome, love. This recording is the doorway to the Unapologetic Mother, a mother's memoir of finding home within herself in a world that taught her to forget, the spoken book. The written version is expected to be released March 14th, 2026, a birthday present to myself. What you're about to hear is not an argument, a teaching, or a set of instructions. It's a remembering. Before we begin, you're invited to make yourself comfortable in whatever way feels most supportive. Maybe grabbing a favorite blanket, a comfort item, a warm drink, or a snack. Let your body settle. There's nowhere you need to be and nothing you need to do. You don't need to agree with everything. You don't need to understand it all. And you don't need to take anything with you that isn't yours. This work speaks beneath logic, to the body, the subconscious, and the places that already know. You're invited to listen in the way that feels safest for you. Pause when you need to, come back when you're ready. Take what nourishes you, leave the rest. You are welcome here. This book carries a simple and radical truth. No matter what your story is, how rough it was, or how rough it still is, you have choice. You can change it. You can rewrite it. As children, most of us had very little choice. Often, the only thing we could choose was how we felt, and even that was shaped, silenced, or overridden by the adults in our lives. Adults who were carrying their own wounds, their own fears, their own unfinished stories. Some had no awareness of how deeply they were impacting those they loved. Others may have known, but didn't yet know how to change, and so the cycle continued. The Unapologetic Mother honors all of it. It lets every story sit at the same table without shame, guilt, or judgment. Not to excuse harm, not to deny pain, but to bring awareness. Because awareness is what opens the pathway to release the cycles that no longer serve us, or those who come after us. This book speaks beneath the surface. It goes straight to the body, to the subconscious. It offers words of safety, power, and unconditional love, the words many of us were waiting to hear from the adultier adults in our lives. Words that may never come, because those adults are still living inside their own stories too. And this is the beauty my life revealed to me. We are all walking each other home, and we all have choice in how our experiences shape us, and how we choose to shape the world in return. As beings who belong to nature, to life itself, everything is moving through us with intelligence, even the chaos, even the pain. Life quakes don't arrive to punish us. They arrive to wake us up, to show us how much power we've handed away, to approval, to authority, to the hope that someone else knows better than we do. As adults still led by wounded inner children, we often search outside ourselves for saviors, for people we believe are wiser, safer, more qualified to lead our lives. But what we find instead are mirrors. Mirrors reminding us of what has always lived inside. So the Unapologetic Mother speaks power back into the body. It reminds the reader of their choice, of their capacity, of their ability to do hard things. And in doing so, it gently dismantles the need to be chosen by others. Because the moment we choose ourselves, everything else becomes an enhancement, like frosting on a cake. This is freedom. Freedom without shame. Freedom without guilt. Without judgment. True equality. True oneness. The kind of freedom Jesus and God always pointed toward, but many of us didn't feel safe enough to receive at the time. This story was once my past. Speaking it freed me. It freed my ancestors, and it frees those who come after me. It broke cycles of shrinking, of playing small, of codependency, of sacrificing the self in the name of love. Here, every perspective gets to be heard. One person's truth does not erase another's. We can accept without agreeing, because acceptance is not agreement, and love does not require self-abandonment. The unapologetic mother lives on as a legacy I get to leave behind for my children and for anyone who comes after me. I choose to leave a legacy of unconditional love, beginning with myself and rippling outward naturally, not from depletion, but from overflow. Because I am my own responsibility. And what a blessing that is, to love myself fully, freely, unapologetically, and in doing so, to quietly and powerfully pave the way for others, especially my children, to do the same. Introduction: the way back to yourself. This is not the kind of memoir you're used to. I'm not here to hand you a blueprint, preach a lesson, or tell you how to fix the aching places inside you. I'm not here to position myself as someone who figured it all out and now stands above you with answers. I'm here to sit beside you, woman to woman, mother to mother, human to human, and walk with you through the moments that shaped me, because I know you've lived your own versions of them too. I wrote this book for the parts of you who survived by disappearing, the parts of you who were praised for self-sacrifice, the parts of you who carried the emotional weather of your entire family, the parts of you who learned early that your needs were inconvenient, your feelings were too much, and your truth was dangerous. I wrote this book for the woman inside you who is still waiting for someone to sit down without rushing her, pressuring her, or demanding that she rise. The woman who needs softness, not strategy, witnessing, not fixing, compassion, not correction. I wrote this book because I became the mother I needed, and I want to offer you the same safety while you read your way through your own story, hidden inside mine. As you move through the chapters, you'll notice something. Each one ends with a letter, a whisper, addressed to a previous version of me. These letters are not hindsight wisdom packaged as advice. They are not self-help. They are not teachings. They are reparenting moments. They are the words I wish someone had said to me when I was drowning in my own silence, when I was abandoning myself just to keep the peace, when I was living in survival instead of trust, when I was trying to become enough for a world that demanded too much of me. When you read a story and then witness the compassion offered to the one who lived it, your nervous system receives that compassion too. You don't have to try. You don't have to force anything. Your body simply recognizes safety when it feels it. I didn't want to write a memoir that simply told you what happened. I wanted to give you what I never had. Someone to sit with you in the mess, name what is true, and hold you through the places your body still clenches. I wanted every chapter of my story to become a doorway into your own healing. So the letters are for me, but they're also for you. For the girl you were, for the teenager who didn't feel safe in her own home, for the young woman who thought she had to carry it all, for the mother who disappeared inside duty, for the wife who forgot her voice, for the woman who's awakening right now, quietly, tenderly, fiercely. The old world teaches us to power through, to transcend, to get over it, to spin pain into a lesson before we've actually felt it. This book doesn't do that. This book lets you feel. It lets you grieve. It lets you soften. It lets you return to yourself without being asked to abandon another version of who you've been. There is no hierarchy here, no spiritual ladder, no pressure to transform on command. Just truth, just witnessing, just warmth, just the steady hand you always deserved. How to read this book. Read it slowly. Let your body respond. Pause when something stirs in you. Breathe when a chapter touches a place you've avoided. Come back when you feel ready. And when you read the letters at the end of each chapter, let them wash over you, even if they feel like they belong to someone else. Your nervous system knows what to do. This is not merely my story. This is the story of every woman who has lived too small for too long. Every woman who knows she is meant for more, but doesn't know how to stop disappearing. Every woman who wants to trust herself, but wasn't taught how. Every woman who is rediscovering her own power, her own voice, her own worth. This book is an invitation, not to become someone new, but to remember the woman you've always been beneath all the survival patterns. I will walk with you, chapter by chapter, version by version, breath by breath, not to lead you, not to save you, but to remind you, you are worth choosing. You are worth witnessing. You are worth trusting. Welcome to the Unapologetic Mother. Welcome home to yourself. That's all for now. Let what landed settle in your body. You don't need to do anything with this. Take what nourished you. Leave the rest. You are welcome here.